Pretty tight test match, Chris?
Yeah, look, it was. It was exactly what we expected, and it's a good England side, and they're a tough England side, and they've obviously. You can see that they want to win the series. They played with that sort of effort, and they played that sort of game, and we're the same. I think our blokes showed plenty of courage. They showed that they're here to play. They showed that they're here to try and win, and I was really proud of their efforts. There's plenty of things that went against us at different times. There's plenty of things that put us under pressure, and we handled that really well, and we gave ourselves a chance to win the game there at the end. So we'll learn a lot, and we'll be a hell of a lot better next week. And you've got to remember, a lot of these guys haven't played footy for 6 or 7 weeks. You could see at different times that that affected them. The heavy track affected them. The slow ruck affected them, and we're going to get better with all that.
Yeah, a few people on social media from the southern hemisphere were talking about the rucks a little slower than they're used to seeing.
Yeah, look, the first point I want to make there is that England deserved to win. Okay, Sean Wayne did a great job. They were well prepared. They played really well. Any of the tries that were scored against us had nothing to do with the ruck. There's plenty of things that we clean up. So I don't want to come across like I'm whinging there at all. I also want to say I think Liam Moore's the best referee in the country. I've said that for a number of years, and he's a very, very good and very fair referee. But the ruck was ridiculous tonight, and it's got to be fair in there as well. And England are playing the ball at 3.25 seconds. We're playing it at 4.35 seconds in the second half. That's not a fair ruck. And guys being able to come in when they're not involved in the tackle and flop in late. I get that we want to let things go a little bit in a test match, I do, and we all want to see that, but it's got to be fair in the ruck, and we've got to be allowed to play footy, and that's what people turn up to watch.
Yeah. And I noticed you talking to the ref when he came off, and then Jack came over and had to listen to what you were saying, and then he had to chat to himself as you're coming off. Was that what that was about, or was that about something else? Or?
Yeah, obviously, I feel like they came into the game with game plan to slow us down. Our run is our threat, and I was just going to the ref and I was asking him, mate, it feels like you're calling us off a lot quicker than what you're calling them off, and it definitely showed. They were in our face a lot. But some of them they did win, but some of them, like we said before, it felt like it was a bit uneven or unfair. But we're not going to let that stop us from working hard this week and getting ready to go again next week. We had a good hit out today. We only went down by, I think it was 4 points, and at the end of the day, I feel like we lost the game ourselves. I don't feel like they beat us. I feel like we handed them the game. So we cleaned up some areas that we need to tidy up, and hopefully next week will be a different result.
Kristian, the ball hitting the ground a few times, particularly in the second half. The boys seemed to be getting a bit worn out, really. That was just a function of how long since they've played. Do you think is that the main reason that just everyone's a bit rusty in the travel and everything like that?
Oh yeah, look, I guess so. Yeah. I wasn't unhappy with how we played, and I wasn't unhappy with how we played with the ball or without it. And we still completed it well over 80%, and for a first run together. In wet conditions and slippery conditions. I know the sun was out, but you can see with the field that it's still wet and it's still boggy, and that impacts on the footy as well. So I was pretty happy with what we did there, and a couple of times our execution let us down, just a pass, or particularly when we had those good ball opportunities at the back end. And again, that's just something that we're going to get better with, and England will get better there as well. You get better by playing footy. So it's going to be, we're going to be better next week. I'm sure England will be better, and it's going to be a higher quality test match next week. And it was certainly high quality tonight. It was certainly intense, but you'd expect little improvements from both sides.
What do you tell a team playing against Jack Wellsby? What do you tell them about him?
Well, look, I've got enormous respect for Jack. The way he plays the game, and who he is as a young man as well is exceptional. And I couldn't have been prouder seeing that he was named as the England captain. I think it's extremely deserved. I thought we did a pretty good job on Jack, to be honest. And he's one of them blokes that he doesn't necessarily know when he gets the ball what he's going to do, and you've got to be alert for anything. And as I said, I thought overall we did a pretty good job. He got us on one pass. It was a brilliant pass to a brilliant line on Tom Johnson, and It was after 11 tackles in a row. Not quite sure where that 6 again come from, but when you look at the rest of the ruck, but that's the way it went. And, he's a very good player, but as I said, we did a good job. And my disappointment, I guess, was I thought we allowed Mikey Lewis to run the footy, and we knew he was going to be a runner. We allowed him to run and find 2 line breaks there, and that was something that we certainly could have been better on.
And is everyone available for next week, or you got any injury concerns? Or
Look, Tyson Frizzell came off with an ankle injury. Our physios are pretty positive about that right at the moment, but he's a tough bugger, and the fact he had to come off the field says that he's got a problem there, and with a short turnaround we'll just have to see how it is. But we've got plenty of depth there. We brought 22 players over. We've got young Ali Katoa, who's been brilliant for Melbourne Storm, and played over 80 minutes every week and got better and better as the year's gone on. And we've got some other good young guys there, Sierra Wong, who've been really impressed with. Not back rowers, but Junior Tupou, Latu Fainu, they've all been really good in camp and in training, so we'll look forward to giving them a run at some stage as well.
How much was the support from the Tongan crowd, like how much did that actually affect the boys? How did it feel to have that much support away from home?
Oh, look, it's great. We're really grateful for that. And this group's done so many amazing things over the years, and the majority of that's been done in front of our home crowd, in areas where we're really comfortable, and conditions that we're comfortable with, and refereeing that we're comfortable with, and everything else. And that was part of the challenge and part of the desire to want to come over here, was to do it in uncomfortable circumstances. And that's where you get to really find out about a group and the toughness in the group, and all the things that come with that. So it's great though to have that little bit of support there. And one thing about Tongan fans, they're always vocal, they're always loud, they make themselves known that they're there. So we really appreciate them being there.
He definitely makes you feel proud to be a Tongan. Where you can be halfway across the world, and you got nearly half a stand full of Tongans playing Tongan music and singing Tongan hymns. So I love our fans, and hopefully next week we can put in a performance that they're proud of.
how did you find the captaincy as an experience, mate?
Obviously, I've achieved a few things in the game, and I hold this up there with the highest honour that I've ever achieved in my playing career. To captain my nation and represent my family and the boys, I was just really grateful. Not many people I can say that they have. And when I was out there today, I tried to lead as best as I could, and the only way I know how to lead is through my actions. And I feel like I've done as best I could. And next week I'm just going to look to try and get better and better. Just try and put everything I can and do the jersey proud.
Can I jump in there, Steve? One of the reasons why I chose Addin as captain is, there's a number of reasons. He's been with us since 2017, and I know how important it is for him to play for Tonga, and he's always shown that it's really important. It's one of the most important things in his life. And you talk about attributes that you want a leader to have. The first thing you want them to do is lead by their example. And Addin's not necessarily a big talker. He's a very smart talker, but I've dealt with players who are much bigger talkers and talk a lot more, but he leads with his actions, and that's the most important thing. And to go out there as a front rower, hasn't played for a number of weeks, and the conditions today on the field today, and play 55 minutes straight and then come back out and have an impact in the last stint as well. I thought he did exactly what I thought he'd do, and why he's the captain. He led from the front.
Thanks, fellas.
Thank you.